It was January 1982, and I was sitting in psychology class at Evangel University in Springfield, Missouri. My mind quickly abandoned the subject at hand as my eyes locked onto another set across the classroom. Big, beautiful, sparkling eyes. When she looked my way, I calmly looked down at my books as if I had suddenly become interested in Sigmund Freud's theory of psychoanalysis. However, I did try to analyze what I was feeling, and more importantly, what she was thinking. I continued my scientific research through observation. In the days to follow, I took mental notes of the facts that I was accumulating. Her name, Ann Patterson. Hair color, blonde. Study major, business administration. Status, available. I knew at some point I needed to muster up enough nerve to move beyond my research findings and ask her for a date. The day finally arrived, February 12th. On that day, there was a special movie night in the school gymnasium. Perfect. Even though they were playing old Three Stooges movies, I figured, how could this stooge go wrong when it's so close to Valentine's Day? So that day, after our psychology class, where again we had exchanged a few glances at each other, I followed her back toward her dorm. When I stopped her, I battled the lump in my throat to get out the words, "Hey, there's a movie night at the gym tonight. The poster said to bring a blanket and a friend. I have a blanket, but I don't have a friend." What a line. I had been working that one up all day. And the work paid off. She said yes. But then there was a problem. I hadn't planned on what I would say next. After an awkward pause, I blurted out, "Do I have your number?" A really dumb question. Of course, I didn't have her number. And even if I did get that far in my scientific fact-finding mission, she wouldn't know that I knew it. Thankfully, laughter broke the tension and she wrote out her phone number. The rest is history. 30 years of history now, because that first date was 30 years ago this past Sunday. And then 30 years ago today, Valentine's Day, we went out again. And I found this old picture of us heading out on our first Valentine's together. She hasn't changed much, but what happened to me? Well, when it comes to our dealings with God, let's be sure we've moved beyond just our fact-finding research about Him, and we step out in faith to pursue a relationship with the author of love. And you'd better believe that God's already got your number. He knows each one of us and loves us so much as unique individuals. And He's already done His part in pursuit of us. That's for sure, demonstrating His love in a most amazing way. Jesus not only became one of us, but He went to the extreme to show it. The Apostle Paul said it well in Romans chapter 5. You see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though for a good person someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. He loves us that much. Jesus took upon Himself the penalty for our sin, which separates us from God, because He's holy and must judge sin. The great preacher A.W. Tozer put it this way: the cross is the lightning rod of grace that short-circuits God's wrath to Christ, so that only the light of His love remains for believers. What a gift that's been provided for us by Jesus. Our response is to simply believe and say yes to His gift of love, which begins an amazing and eternal relationship with God. So right now, right where you are, you can say a simple prayer like, "Jesus, thank you for your great love and for dying in my place on that cross. I receive your love and your forgiveness of my sins. I want to begin a relationship with you that will last forever. I say yes to you today, and I thank you. Amen." Amen. That's the best decision anyone could ever make. And it's just a beginning, a new beginning. And we'd love to stay in touch with you. about that. Remember, our prayer line is always available for you 24 hours a day. The number is 1-866-273-4444. Perhaps you have further questions about pursuing a relationship with Jesus. It's our privilege to talk and pray with you about that, or about whatever your need is. Perhaps Valentine's season is a lonely one for you, but you don't have to go it alone when God is there with you and for you. He's already in pursuit of you because He loves you. Stay in touch.
Now there are even more ways to join the 100 Huntley Street online community. We'd love to hear from you, so stay in touch with us.